Eric, you're on with my dad. This is your big moment.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, you sound a lot better.
You look like you're looking
Okay,
down.
wonderful. Craig, thank you, Craig. I have good news for you, and I have bad news. Which one do you want first?
Oh, no.
It's funny because I have good and bad news for you as well.
Oh, no.
Great,
Isn't that
good to
funny?
hear.
It's a coincidence.
Oh,
It's a
no.
total coincidence.
You go first.
Ah.
You go first.
Okay. The good news is that I had a great dinner with my Rabbi Shanowitz, who teaches all of the Chabad rabbis at the Chabad school.
Was it
The
kosher?
good news is
Was
that
it kosher?
kosher, very kosher.
Yes.
And then I walked into the Chabad Center in Los Angeles, and I got to talk to all of my friends, which I know very well, and hear from Rabbi Raichi, who is their top rabbi in the world in LA. And so that went very well. You want to know the bad news?
I thought that was the bad news.
I think so. And I would say the bad news is I still haven't met a good Jewish girl, but I met your daughter. I think the bad news is that my inclination is that if Andy is involved with the show, they will never fund the show, no matter what.
Fund the show?
Yeah. So if you're like, hey, at some point they'll show up and say, hey, you know what? We really love Elisa. We really love Craig. She's Lithuanian. We want to fund her and have her play sold out shows. I think the bad news is that they would never fund a monster ever. And so I think that's the bad news.
Okay.
And
we
we both know why that is. You know, because if you give a monster $10 and he does something monstrous with it, imagine giving him 10 million or 10 billion. You know, so I think that's the bad news, because your daughter seems to be tied around the monster. And do you want her to play like sold out concerts, or Craig?
She's already played the sold out concerts already.
So that's already in the past. So what does she want these days?
That's her decision, right? That's my daughter's decision, what she wants.
Andy, this is my dad.
Hey, Andy.
I'm looking at like a black strip.
What?
You wanted me to turn it. Now all I see is like a black strip.
Oh, really? Okay, you could turn it the other way again.
So, is this what you raised?
Andy, be nice.
You be nice.
I'm proud of what I raised. She's
good.
Fantastic.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very
Dad.
much.
Hey, Dad. Can I borrow the car keys?
There's no keys anymore. The cars don't have keys.
See you later. Can I have them, please?
Andy just woke up, so he's like a little weird right now, but he's so nice.
You mean later on he won't be weird?
Yeah, he'll be, yeah.
Doesn't matter when I wake up. I'm always weird.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the cat's in the cradle and the sills. And the boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know where, but we'll get together then, Dad. And that song actually hit me hard when I first really listened to it years ago. I did just wake up and look for my glasses.
Because the father has no time for the son, and then the son has no time for the father.
Exactly, and that's how it really goes.
No,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't have to go like that.
It doesn't have to go like that. It's just how it does go. Like,
I met Harry Chapin.
You did?
Before he went on a show, I was a kid and I was standing behind stage. And he was standing right next to me, and I said hello, and he was all in a bad mood. And then when he went out on stage, he was smiling and laughing.
It's called being an entertainer.
I guess.
Okay, we're getting comments in about this interaction. Coach Love, what's your comment?
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
You are. You are?
Yes, I'm so scared because I'm like, oh my God, this is your dad.
I know it's a risk. You know, in life, there's a lot of risks, Erica, and this is definitely one of them.
There's no risk. I can meet Andy. It's no problem. I like Andy.
Thank you. I like you too. I really like you. No, and honestly, you did something. I'm gonna cry, but you did something very right with your girl. Like, she's so great.
She was born with a lot of talent, and that's.
See how your dad is. Like, he can't stop being great.
But he's got those sunglasses on.
Well, I think they're yours, baby.
Quick.
All right, we're getting a caller. Kermit and Friends.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask your dad who he thinks has made a better impression so far, Eric, Ricks, or Andy.
Okay, I'll ask him. All right, Dad.
I'll go for the one that didn't threaten to chop off her head.
Yeah, that's Andy.
You know, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I like when you cry talking about me, Andy. Can you do that again?
When I what?
When you cry, when you start crying, when you talk about me, that's good.
You want me to pretend to cry?
No, really cry.
Don't pretend. You must cry.
Yeah. Push a button and push the cry button. What are you talking about?
You were just crying 30 seconds ago.
So? It's not
right.
pretending to cry, girl. You know, this is where she's a little off kilter.
All right, one second, Andy. I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends.
Elisa, this is Eric.
Hey, Eric.
And the question is...
Hold on, you're on, Eric. What's the question?
The question is, Andy, have you ever been in a circle of movie stars where they've kidnapped an innocent child and killed that child?
Happy Father's Day!
I've worked at Mayhew Island with the richest kids in the world, and I get the sense that that's you.
What?
So please, can you tell us here while we're here, have you ever killed an innocent child, Andy? And are you ever planning on doing that again in the future with Elisa's money?
Is this the guy that you wanted to chop his head off? Because I'm all for that.
No, he wanted to chop my head off.